Wait a minute, before watching the video, I would like to ask you to subscribe and like. Hello everyone, I am a YouTuber pro who provides WorldZero news and information. It's a little late today, but I'll start with the World 10 update review and new option review. First of all, it is currently World 9, and there are two changes as World 10 is updated. That is, the Zero Altar, where you can create and content Zero equipment, and the Nightmare Portal, where you can enter the Nightmare Dungeon or move into World 10. It disappeared in World 9. So, shall we go straight to World 10? Let's go! This is World 10 that has come to us after about 9 months. The reason it took so long is because it came to us with a completely different look than the World 10 that was released last year. Let's take a quick look at the existing World 10 theme. How about this? It feels completely different from the current atmosphere, right? Formerly a relic factory, if it felt like a machine country, is it now a theme park? Amusement park? It feels like a wizard's world. The BGM that matches the mood isn't bad either. This is what World 10 looks like, a scene from the center of World 10. Let's check them one by one. On the left, there is a general dungeon portal, a starting point waystone, and a hair salon guild. When you come down again, you will see an upgrade area, a crystal shop, and a Zero Altar on the left. There is also a trading space where a total of 12 stores can be installed. You can also see the Nightmare Portal and Nightmare Dungeon in World 10. If you come down a little further from the Nightmare Portal, you will see the first entrance. The first mob you encounter in World 10 is the Crystal Enforcer. It uses the same skill as the dual wielder that we commonly use, and see, you can check it out in the video. You can see the normal attack and the X-shaped sword firing. These two patterns are the end. The second mob that can be found in Mob World 10 is Crystal Archer. As the name suggests, it uses the same skills as the archer we know. It uses 2 basic attacks and arrow range skills. Next, World 10 is largely divided into 3 locations, and we will move to the second location, Crystal Island. The third mob you can see here is the Crystal Golem. Unlike the existing golem design, it looks larger and more powerful. The Crystal Golem's attack pattern is the basic attack of Pew-Chi and Crystal Slam. If you are attacked by a Crystal Slam, you will fall and be unable to move for 4 seconds. The fourth mob is the Crystal Wolf. This mob is not threatening and its only basic attack is Bite, and its damage is also weak. Next is the mini-boss Crystal Weaver. Crystal Weaver's basic attack is a long-range one-hit beat attack if the enemy is far away. If the enemy is close, it gathers energy and fires multiple orb attacks. At this time, the last shot is thrown very quickly and a little later, so you need to be careful. Next is the first world boss, Crystal Assassin. Crystal Assassin has a total of 3 pattern skills. The basic attack is a double blade attack and a very long X-shaped sword attack, but the speed is slow. Lastly, there is Tornado, which is a wide range attack. For this boss, you only need to be careful of Tornado. This boss has very little health and weak defense, so it can be easily defeated. Next is the second world boss, Crystal Tyrant. It is a basic attack of the same skill as Weaver, the World 10 mini-boss, and a multiple bead attack pattern by gathering energy. There is one more pattern added to it, which is a skill that explodes energy at high speed and deals damage to the entire area. It's not instant death damage, but it doesn't matter if you get damage once. The final world boss of World 10 is Crystal Alpha. It is an upgraded version of the existing World 10 mob, Crystal Wolf, and has fast biting and wide-range tail swing skills. Since the World 10 introduction video is longer, I will discuss more details such as Waystone location, World Boss location, and Dungeon location in the next video. With this update to World 10, a new Arcane Box has been added to the Crystal Chest Shop. For the first time, Zero Ore has been added to a non-limited edition World Box. I don't know if it will be pretty or not, but I think it would be a good idea for those who need it to give it a try. Too many challenges can lead to gambling, and the odds are so low that I actually recommend against the lottery. Next, 3 new Tier 5 options that can only be obtained in World 10 have been added. 3 options have been added. Self-Destruction Vampiric Feroclus. Let's check what performance options are available. The first is the Vampiric option. The Vampiric option appears from a minimum of 2% to a maximum of 10%, and is an option that regenerates a portion of maximum health when killing a mob and gains a critical hit chance from basic attacks. What we need to compare is to see if it can be used in place of the current life drain. In the case of life drain, health is recovered in proportion to attack power, so please understand in advance that the current experiment is not accurate. As mentioned earlier, you can see in the video that the Vampiric option, unlike Life Drain, allows recovery only when killing mobs. The second option is Feroclus. The Feroclus option appears from a minimum of 20% to a maximum of 40%, and damage increases when health is below 50%. First of all, the disadvantage of the Feroclus option is that there are restrictions. There is a strict condition of health being less than 50%. It is a very disappointing option because it is disappear when recovery is over 50%. If it had just been a buff method, it could have opened up a new meta. When health is above 50%, the current normal attack damage is 11,544. This time, let's keep health below 50% and see how much damage has increased. You can see that the damage has increased by 40% from 11,544 to 16,161. However, when health is recovered by more than 50%, the damage returns to the original value of 11,544. The third and final option is self-destruction. The self-destruct option appears at a minimum of 10%, 50%, and self-destructs by that amount, causing enormous damage. In fact, there is really no merit to the self-destruct option. There is no reason to use it in a challenge or a dungeon with 1 life. Self-destruction damage is also very weak. Do you think these new 3 Tier 5 options will become a new meta or revolution? Please leave your various opinions in the comments. Additionally, with World 10 being updated, the maximum level has increased to level 150, which was already introduced in the video. Since the reincarnation level is a level -15 from the maximum level standard, it was previously 115. A decrease of -15 from the maximum level 130. The current reincarnation level is level 135, which is -15 levels lower than the maximum level standard. The last one is a code. Enter code World 10 and you will receive 150 crystals. Enter code WeeklyBug to receive 200 crystals. This concludes the World 10 update review and introduction, each mob boss pattern, and 3 new options, reviews, and update news. If you found the information useful, it would be a great help to me if you subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. See you in the next video showing the World 10 Waystone locations, dungeon entrance, and World Boss locations.
프로유튜브 구독해주실 거죠?